Undercover boss. Michael Jordan walks into his own restaurant, shocked when a waiter refuses to serve him. Kobe Bryant had spent his life measuring himself against the impossible Michael Jordan. As a skinny kid in Philly, he'd worn out his family's VCR rewinding MJ's greatest hits. The '85 dunk over Patrick Ewing, the '97 finals dagger against Utah, that tongue-wagging ferocity that turned every game into a personal war. Jordan's 6 rings, his icy stare, his refusal to lose, they were Kobe's gospel, shaping his own 5-title run with the Lakers. Even after hanging up his sneakers, Kobe couldn't escape MJ's shadow. He poured that obsession into Kobe's Kitchen, a restaurant chain born from his love of food, his Italian known as pasta, his dad's Philly cheesesteaks, and his hunger to build something as enduring as Jordan's legacy. It wasn't about flipping burgers. It was about crafting a place where every guest felt the rush of a game winner, the respect of a hard-earned W. But lately, Kobe had been trapped in glass-walled offices, drowning in franchise pitches and profit graphs, far from the sizzle and sweat of his vision. He needed to feel it again, to test it. So he decided to go undercover as Michael Jordan himself, no posse, no press, just him in a faded Red Bulls cap with a frayed brim, a baggy hoodie emblazoned with a peeling 23, and a pair of scuffed Air Jordan 1s, the laces untied like MJ after a practice session. His mission, to see if Kobe's Kitchen still carried Jordan's fire in his own soul, if every stranger got the respect he'd learned to demand from the hardwood. He chose a spot in Culver City, a sprawling plaza just outside Los Angeles, where the streets thrummed with Friday night energy. The sky was bruising purple, the air crisp with a breeze that carried the faint tang of exhaust and ocean salt. MJ's kind of night, when he'd drop 50 and smirk about it later. Kobe pushed through the glass doors, and the restaurant hit him like a full-court press. The smoky scent of grilled chicken spiced with his secret rub, the buttery waft of cornbread baking in cast-iron skillets, the sharp bite of garlic from mashed potatoes simmering on the stove. The place was alive, forks clinked against plates. A toddler banged a spoon on a high chair. The Lakers announcer boomed from TVs mounted above the bar as LeBron sank a fadeaway. The walls were a shrine to their legacies. Jordan's free throw line dunk framed in gold, Kobe's 81-point scorecard under glass, a blurry Polaroid of MJ and a teenage Kobe at a '96 summer camp, Jordan's hand ruffling Kobe's hair. Kobe adjusted his cap, slouching to mask his 6'6" frame, and slid into a booth near the back, its red vinyl cushion creaking under his weight. A stack of menus sat on the table, the cover sporting a silhouette of him and MJ mid-air, a tribute to the lineage he chased. A hostess named Carmen hustled by, her ponytail bouncing, arms juggling a tray of rolled napkins and silverware. She tossed him a smile quick, distracted, like an usher nodding at MJ during a Bulls blowout before disappearing into the crowd. Kobe settled in, the hum of the restaurant washing over him. A group of teens in the corner argued over a fantasy draft, one slamming a fist on the table. Jordan over LeBron any day. A mom nearby shushed her son as he dribbled a ketchup packet like a basketball, splattering red across his shirt. At first, Kobe felt a flicker of pride no one clocked him. Not as Kobe, not as the Michael Jordan he was channeling. The disguise held. The hoodie swallowed his shoulders. The cap shadowed his sharp cheekbones. The sneakers scuffed enough to dodge suspicion. But as minutes ticked by, 5, 10, 15, that pride curdled. No one approached. No server with a pitcher, no, "What's good tonight?" just a void. He watched a waiter in a crisp black apron weave through the case to chaos, his sneakers squeaking on the hardwood floor like MJ's on a crossover. The guy dropped off a tray of iced teas to a family of 4 who'd strolled in 10 minutes after Kobe, their kids already slurping through straws. Then he swung back with a steaming basket of cornbread rolls for a couple 2 booths down, their laughter cutting through the noise as they tore the bread apart, steam curling up. Kobe sat there, menu unopened, hands folded like he was waiting for a ref to call a foul. This wasn't Jordan's world. MJ didn't sit unnoticed. He'd demand the ball, demand the game bend to him, turn silence into a challenge. After nearly 20 minutes, Kobe decided to test the play. He raised a hand, slow and deliberate, channeling MJ's cool authority, the same wave Jordan used to hush a crowd before a free throw. The waiter stopped mid-stride, turned, and gave Kobe a once-over. Hoodie, cap, sneakers. His lips curled into a sneer and he let out a huff sharper than a whistle on a bad call. "We're slammed tonight," he snapped, voice dripping with disdain. "You're gonna have to wait your turn." "No. Can I get you something?" No shred of warmth, just a dismissal that hit Kobe like a shove in the paint. The waiter spun away, apron flapping, leaving Kobe blinking in the dim light, his jaw tight. This wasn't Kobe's kitchen. This wasn't the place he'd built to echo Jordan's fire. He'd seen MJ chew out teammates for less once. During a 92 practice, Jordan benched a rookie for missing a pass, growling, "You don't waste my time." Kobe felt that now, a personal slight. He glanced around another table, got their drinks. A guy in a Dodgers cap waved for a refill and got it fast. Why him? Was it the hoodie, the cap, or just apathy? He leaned back, channeling MJ's icy calm, but inside, he was boiling. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. Kobe had built Kobe's kitchen on Jordan's lessons. MJ didn't just win. He owned every second, made you feel the weight of his presence. Kobe remembered their late-night talks, MJ's gravelly voice crackling through the phone after Kobe's rookie year. "Don't let anyone take your game, kid. You set the tone." This place was supposed to set the tone, every guest a teammate, every meal a play run to perfection. But this was a turnover. Kobe watched the waiter vanish into the crowd, then decided to dig deeper. He wasn't calling the game yet. Sliding out of the booth, he wandered toward the open kitchen, where the air thickened with heat and noise. Cooks flipped patties with the rhythm of a fast break, steam curling from grills like fig over a quart, the sharp chop of knives slicing onions like MJ, carving up a defense. A busboy darted past, nearly clipping Kobe with a tub of dirty dishes, muttering a quick, "Sorry, man," without looking up. Amid the chaos, a female server caught his eye. She was stacking plates on a tray with surgical precision, her movements smooth and deliberate, like Jordan's footwork in the post. Her name tag read Anissa, pinned to a polo shirt flecked with grease stains, her sleeves rolled up to her elbows. She glanced up, saw Kobe hovering, and paused, wiping her hands on a towel slung over her shoulder. "Good evening," she said, her voice cutting through the din like a coach's halftime call. "You been helped yet?" Kobe shook his head, keeping his tone low, MJ's steely resolve in his veins. "Not yet, trying to get an order in." Anissa's brow creased, a flash of concern crossing her face. "I'm so sorry, it's a madhouse tonight, but that's no excuse. What can I get you?" Kobe ordered a grilled chicken sandwich with spicy mayo, MJ's go-to game day fuel. He'd bragged about it during a '98 All-Star chat, plus sweet potato fries and an iced tea, a combo that took him back to late-night meals with his daughters, Gianna giggling as she stole his fries. "I'll rush it," Anissa promised, scribbling on her pad with a chewed-up pen. She shot a quick glance toward the dining room, her eyes narrowing like she knew who'd dropped the ball. "Been a rough night. Someone called in sick, and we're scrambling. But I've got you." Kobe nodded, catching the hint she was covering for someone. Maybe the waiter. He felt a spark. Maybe Jordan's clutch gene lived here after all. As Anissa hustled off, Kobe lingered by the kitchen pass, watching the cooks. One, a lanky guy with a sweat-soaked bandana, barked, "Order up," as he slid a plate of ribs under the heat lamp, the sauce glistening like wet paint. Another flipped a burger, humming a rap tune under his breath, his spatula flashing like a conductor's baton. It was chaos, but it had rhythm, MJ's kind of chaos, controlled and fierce. While his food cooked, Kobe roamed the dining room, soaking in the details. The walls were a time capsule, Jordan's '88 dunk contest trophy shot, Kobe's 60-point farewell game, a faded ticket stub from the '97 Bulls-Lakers clash where MJ dropped 36 and Kobe, a rookie, answered with 18. He passed a table of kids trading basketball cards. One held up a holographic Jordan, shouting, "He'd smoke Kobe." Another waved a Kobe rookie card, firing back, "Now Mamba's got the edge." Their dad, in a Bulls tee stained with BBQ sauce, laughed, wiping his hands on a napkin. "You're both wrong. MJ's the king, but Kobe's the prince." Nearby, a couple split a slice of pecan pie, the woman teasing her date as he fumbled his fork, crumbs tumbling onto his lap. At the bar, a group of guys in Lakers jerseys roared as LeBron hit a three, clinking beers in a toast, one spilling foam onto the counter. A lone guy in a suit sat by the window, nursing a coffee, his briefcase propped against his chair, like he'd just left a late shift. This was the soul Kobe wanted, a mix of Jordan's competitive edge and his own family-first warmth, a place where strangers became a team for an hour. But then he spotted the waiter again. Jacob, his name tag read, slouched against the bar, scrolling his phone with a scowl that'd make MJ demand a one-on-one right there. A woman in a denim jacket approached, holding an empty soda glass, and Jacob barely glanced up, muttering, "Yeah, hold on," before sloshing Sprite into it with a flick of his wrist, half splashing onto the bar. She frowned, wiping the rim with a napkin, but he'd already turned back to his screen, Kobe's fists clenched, nails biting into his palms. He remembered MJ at a '93 practice, tearing into Horace Grant for loafing on a drill. "You don't get paid to stand there, man." Jacob wouldn't have lasted a minute with Jordan. Kobe drifted closer, catching Jacob snap at a kid asking for ketchup. "It's on the table, look around." The boy shrank back, and his mom shot Jacob a glare, pulling her son close. How many guests had walked out with that sour taste? How many Yelp reviews had tanked because of this guy? Back at his booth, Anissa had dropped off his iced tea, the glass slick with condensation, a lemon wedge perched on the rim, ice clinking softly. She darted by a moment later, refilling a kid's root beer with a playful, "Slow down, champ," then swung back to top off water for a table of gray-haired regulars, swapping tales of Jordan's flu game, one mimicking MJ's exhausted slump with the chuckle. Another table flagged her down a harried dad with two toddlers, one smearing mashed potatoes on the table. "Can we get extra napkins?" he asked, exasperated. Anissa grinned, pulling a stack from her apron. "You're a pro at this, hang in there." When she brought Kobe's food, the sandwich towered grilled chicken dripping with mayo, lettuce crisp as a new sneaker sole, bun toasted golden, the fries steamed, dusted with cinnamon sugar, a trick Kobe stole from Vanessa. "Here you go," she said, setting it down with care. "Sorry again for the wait kitchens fighting tonight. Enjoy." Kobe thanked her, his voice soft but firm, and took a bite. It was flawless. MJ would have grunted approval, maybe asked for the recipe. But as he chewed, Jordan's voice echoed, "But it's not the shot you make, it's the one you miss that haunts you." The food was a slam dunk, but Jacob's attitude was the airball, the kind of miss MJ would have turned into a vendetta. Kobe lingered, watching more plays unfold. A couple at the next booth bickered over the check. "You paid last time?" "No, you did," until Anissa swooped in, splitting it with a laugh. A teen in a Kobe jersey spilled his soda, ice skittering across the floor, and Jacob groaned, tossing a rag at him. "Clean it up, kid." Anissa shot Jacob a look, then grabbed a mop herself, chatting with the teen about Kobe's 62-point game against Dallas to ease his embarrassment. Kobe finished his meal, slid a 50 under the plate for Anissa, more than the bill, an MJ-style tip for clutch work, and slipped out into the night. The bell above the door jingling like a shot clock buzzer. He'd seen enough to call a timeout. Next morning, Kobe dialed Tony, his manager since the Santa Monica opening. Tony was a burly ex-line cook with a buzz cut and a voice like gravel, the kind of guy MJ would have trusted to box out Shaq. "I'm coming in tomorrow," Kobe said, tone clipped. "Full staff meeting. No skips." Tony spread the word, and when Kobe arrived, no hoodie, just a charcoal blazer, black slacks, and that Mamba glare, the restaurant crackled like a playoff tip-off. Employees peeked from the kitchen, whispering as he strode in, his wingtips clicking like a ref's whistle. Tony gathered the team near the hostess stand, a semicircle of aprons and nervous eyes, cooks wiping flour off their hands, servers clutching notepads, a dishwasher in a soaked shirt wringing his cap. Kobe stepped up, hands behind his back, his presence filling the room like Jordan's in a huddle. "First off, thank you. You're the blood in this place's veins. Kobe's kitchen doesn't breathe without you. But last night I went undercover, sat right there, in MJ's gear, and I saw something that'd make Michael Jordan rip me apart." He'd be right. He laid it out, slipping in as MJ, sitting ignored, feeling the sting Jordan never tolerated. MJ didn't play for second place. He didn't let anyone, opponents, teammates, fans, feel small. "I built this to honor that. One bad moment, And it's dust. That's not us. The room hushed. Eyes darted. Whispers rippled. Kobe locked on Jacob, who leaned against a wall, arms crossed, staring at his sneakers. Jacob, you blew me off. No hay. No water. Just wait. MJ would have benched you faster than you can blink. Why's that a problem? Jacob shifted, apron strings dangling. It was crazy, Mr. Bryant. I was off bad day. Didn't mean it. Kobe stepped closer, eyes narrowing like Jordan at the line. Bad days? MJ dropped 38 with the flu. I played on a torn Achilles. Here, every guest is your finals MVP. You don't shrug them off. You made me feel like I didn't belong. That's not Kobe's kitchen, and it's damn sure not Michael Jordan's code. Shape up, or this isn't your court. Jacob swallowed, nodding. I'm sorry, I'll lock in. Then Kobe pivoted, gaze softening as it hit Anissa. She stood near the edge, hands clasped, her polo wrinkled from the night's grind. But someone brought MJ's fire, he said, pointing. Anissa, I was a stranger in a hoodie, and you didn't flinch. You ran the play, took care of me, like it was Game 7. That's Jordan's clutch. Right there, the staff erupted claps, whistles, tension snapping like a fast break dunk. Anissa blushed, tugging her sleeve, but her smile broke through. Kobe pulled an envelope from his blazer, MJ's flair in the gesture. A bonus for that heart. Keep leading, we see you. He faced the team, voice rising. This place is for everybody, kids dreaming of the league, families like mine, legends like Jordan. If we drop the ball, we're failing the game. I'm counting on you. He rolled out the playbook, training on customer hustle, role-playing tough shifts, drills on empathy and speed. He added a red feedback box by the break room, Bulls colors, for anonymous gripes. Jacob got a lifeline proof he could match MJ's grit or hit the bench. Anissa got a stage. Weeks later, the shift took root. Tony enforced a 2-minute table rule, stopwatch ticking like a shot clock. Jacob greeted guests with a shaky grin, asking, "How's your night?" Still rough, but growing. Anissa glowed, slipping crayons to kids, swapping MJ tails with regulars, her warmth spreading like Jordan's charisma. A month later, Kobe returned, no disguise. Jacob met him at the door. "Welcome back, Mr. Bryant," he said, menu in hand, smile less forced. "What can I get started?" Anissa waved, telling a family about MJ's 63-point playoff run. The air buzz, laughter, sizzling grills, a kid in a Jordan jersey high-fiving his mom. Kobe sat, smiling. This was it, MJ's legacy in every hustle, his own heart in every hello. One undercover night proved it. Treat every guest like Michael Jordan's watching, because here, they're the GOAT, and that's the only play that wins.